Hello everyone, nice to meet you. And we have just got over with Sir Syed Day 2025, and it was very great evening that I got to spend with a lot of dear seniors and my old friends, of course, whom I count as my old friends. I'm sorry for this, glare in the glasses and the reflection in the glasses. A lot of priceless moments spent with people, who do not usually, whom you see after a long time, and when you get to live in those old times, as I have been saying earlier, that memories, our entire lives are hinged towards recreating memories. And what we love the most is to review and revive our good old moments. So today was one of those days when Kumail Bhai and Abid Bhai and Hunain Bhai, Faiz Azim Bhai, Danial Bhai, Anugrah Bhai, they all came and we had a sitting with Ali Nasir Bhai. Last night Haris Bhai was here. Tonight also I had a long session with him. And all these meetings are very emotional for me. And meeting these beautiful people, I mean, each one of them is a gem. Haris Bhai, today, because I have got this opportunity to describe these people in my life, and I'm fortunate to have great people in my life, great, utterly, unmatched people who are entire phenomena in themselves, people who are the ideal of hundreds of people. And I'm so fortunate, so honored that they consider me to be their close companion, although I don't have any such qualification to be counted as their close companion. So today, last night, Haris Bhai spent a lot of time in my room, and we had a great time. We had a great time talking, and sometimes you have these little, emotional pockets in conversations where you revisit the past, where you rethink about all those moments that you have spent together and how it defines life as it moves on. And I don't know, I'm overwhelmed with feelings and emotions, and partly because of this I switched on the camera right now, because the feeling of having met these people is very fresh with me, and this is what I want to record on this diary. The effect that it casts on you, the effect that meeting good people has on you, that having great talks has on you, on your heart. Words are not just words. People are not just people. They are carriers of God's message to you, to your heart. They might come and speak things to you which you might not be able to hear from anywhere else. They might come and tell you something which you will be amazed to hear, which you will be shocked to hear, because it relates so much with you that nobody but only that person who watches you day in and day night and knows the situations of your hearts can say that to you. Today I had this moment during my conversation with Haris Bhai, where at one point he said that I would love that you would go out study and come back and work here in India. I would love if I would tomorrow set up a college and you would come and teach and take guest lectures in the college. I would love to see you here working for people here in this country. But I would not have liked if you would go out and settle abroad. You are not the person to settle abroad. You might do very well there, but you are not meant to be there. It was as if someone was hitting those chords in the depth of my heart. It was as though someone knows my condition, which has been ever since I got no fellowships for Oxford, ever since I failed the fellowship rounds. As I can put it, as not, I don't consider it as a failure, but that's how people understand, and that's the terminology that is used for this thing, that I failed the fellowship round and I could not go to Oxford. But I somehow know that my Lord loves me. My Lord loves me a lot. I don't know, how beneficent, how merciful He was in not sending me abroad. I might have spoiled my entire life. I might have settled there and I might have missed my homeland. I might have went there and would have got myself in troubles because of the political orientations that I have. I might have gone there and would have not been able to adjust, would not have been able to work. But none of that happened. I'm here and I'm working on things here. I might go out still. It's no wonder that I will maybe go out abroad on a 1-year fellowship or a 2-year fellowship, might do a course in the UK or somewhere abroad. That is no wonder that I can do that. That has reinstated my confidence in that. But the fact that it's not just me who thinks like that, but hearing it from a person who knows you so well really cuts deep into the soul, not just the heart. I know my Lord loves me and He loves us all, but because of our own worldly perceptions, we are so blinded to His kindness, to His love, to His eternal mercy, that we cannot see how He loves us. We are unable to perceive how He loves us. We are unable to comprehend what are His ways of loving us. We cannot understand from what calamity He is saving us by not granting us something. We might wish for a katana sword. It's a Japanese piece of antiquity, or a samurai sword, which is such a great deal, such a fuss about it. But who knows, it might fall on the head of my child and it might kill him while it is kept in the showcase on the top of a cupboard, and it might fall from there, unsheath itself during its fall and kill my child. So a wise person who has seen the future will ask me not to take that sword, even if it comes for free. So the point that maybe I cannot understand the harms of going abroad, and if I would have gotten a fellowship, I would have definitely went abroad. I could not have been able to control myself or to revisit this decision of going abroad. So He didn't give me any fellowship. And of course, there are few special people who saved me today from a lot of things that I could have done wrong, and saved me from loneliness, saved me from headaches, saved me from a lot of uneasiness. May Allah grant them the desire of their hearts. May He grant them what they wish for and what's lawful and what's helpful for them. I know these diaries are not, sorry. I know these diaries are not good stage performances, but I'm not doing this for any views. I don't mind how many views I get on this. It's not at all important for me to get views on these. What's important for me is that there should be a place where I can say my heart out, where I can speak what I want, where I can say what is there in my heart. In fact, I don't want many people to look at this diary, and that's why I hardly attempt to talk to a larger audience. There's no flair, there's no energy in my way of talking, because I'm trying to talk back to myself. I'm preserving this video for a time when, who knows, I might not be here. So maybe if tomorrow someone watches it, if someone in my family watches it, someone, dear one watches it, they should be able to relate to the way that I talk to people, with the way that I have talked to people throughout my life. This is how I talk to people. This is how I interact. This is how I conversate. And I have a lot of work to do recently, and there's still a lot of work to do, and I have to do it yet. I don't know how it will get completed. I have to write some 45,000 words. I don't know how it will get completed. But this diary will stay as a proof of how it got completed. I hope that I will do well. I hope that I finish the work within the stipulated time. 13 days, 45,000 words. This is what has to be done. This is what will be done. I have no doubts regarding the fact that it will be achieved. But I'm curious as to know how it will be achieved. It will be a great time when we all see how it was achieved. It will be a great time to share those details with you. It was a great time talking and sharing these things with you, the day with you, the emotional welling up inside me. When I saw Kumail bhai today, I ran and hugged him. When I saw Haris bhai today, when we were talking, I began to cry. I'm not ashamed of these things. These are things what make us human. These are things for which we live. These are things which make life worth of living. If there is life but there is no love, there is no life. If there is life but there is no care, there is no life. And care not just unidirectional in the sense that you get it, also in the sense that you give it. And here, this incident where I should say it so that it remains recorded, that Haris bhai was telling about how there was this person in the dining hall who lent him his scooter, and how he came on a cycle to the dining hall, by a cycle to the dining hall, but he gave his scooter to Haris Bhai. When Haris Bhai asked him, why do you come by a cycle and you gave me your scooter, he said that because you don't look good when you go on foot to these distant places in Aligarh to teach and to study. And this I will say it in Urdu so it remains recorded. उन्होंने कहा कि आप पैदल जाते हुए अच्छे नहीं लगते, आप मैरिज रोड पैदल जाते हैं अच्छे नहीं लगते, 4-4 किलोमीटर पैदल चलते हैं अच्छे नहीं लगते, मैं तो साइकिल से आ सकता हूँ, आप स्कूटर इस्तेमाल करिए. Then Haris Bhai said that today when I came here to the hostel in my car, I took him to show him my car. It's a second-hand car. This person went to Haris Bhai's car, kept his hand on the car and began to cry. He touched the car and began to cry, kept touching it and kept crying. And he kept saying just one thing, you worked hard. You worked hard for it. Haris Bhai said, it's just a second-hand car. He said it is better than a new car because you have worked so hard for it. A person who works in the dining hall has so much capacity to love, to extend so much care, to give so much. And this takes me back to those stories that we used to hear. A 2-line story, but so influential, so powerful. The story, and I end it here, the story goes, there was an old woman who was poor and yet wanted to do something for the society. So every evening she went out of her house and lit a lamp on the road for travelers to see the path in its light. The story ends, and it is so influential. Cannot take it out of your head. That is how life is meant to be lived. It's not to be lived for one's own benefit. It has to be lived for others. It has to be lived for people around you, for your family members, for your loved ones, for people whom you love. And when you love people, your close ones, and then when you get love from them, take that love, spread it across the world, give it to those who have no one to love them, give it to those who are in need of it. Help people, do things for people. That's how life is meant to be lived. That's how I want to live my future life. Thanks for listening if you have listened so far. See you in another update.